talk about some options when it comes to a toolbox on your tractor. It'd be really nice to have a built-in toolbox on your tractor, because when you have issues and you're out in the field or you're on a trail or you're somewhere far from your equipment, boy, it'd be nice to have a toolbox to reach in there and fix something or modify something, either on the tractor or something else you find that needs some repair. So I was trying to find a great location on this Kubota L6060 tractor. Some have suggested putting tools in this strong circular piece of steel here and just put an end cap on it. I thought that was a pretty good idea, but I wasn't sure that that's really what I wanted, and I really had trouble figuring out where else to install it. On the other side of the tractor I have a saw haul which carries my chainsaw, and that kind of took one of the potential mounting places away from that, but then I had an idea. I kept coming back to the rear end of the tractor looking for a good place. You know, there is a small storage compartment behind the seat, but one, it's not easy to get to, and two, it's not very deep at all, and I think that wouldn't represent a good location. So I thought about, where can I possibly put a toolbox in this area? So I have some of the additional hydraulics on here for top and tilt, as well as for a third function. And I thought, wow, what if I get a toolbox that's got some brackets? Maybe I could utilize this fitting, which is very, very strong. So I found a toolbox with these brackets, and I got some longer bolts that would take care of the additional space or the thickness of this bracket. This would not fit the existing bolts, so I got some longer ones. And then I formed a piece of sheet metal, pretty strong sheet metal, to make it so that this and this were level. Let me show you the toolbox that I selected. So this is the toolbox. They're readily available on eBay or from multiple stores. It does not, however, come in orange. It came in red, which I thought was a pretty close color. And then I bought some Kubota orange and spray painted it. I also have a muddy blind that I put up, so I just put that decal on there. But this toolbox then fits in these brackets very, very nicely. Let's get a close-up on that. So these are the brackets. They're bolted through and through, and using the long bolts of this hydraulic head, hydraulic coupler region, and these brackets are nice because they can move back and forth to get things lined up, and then they have a locking screw here. The front of the toolbox has this little lip, and so does the rear of the toolbox. The rear of the toolbox fits in the back of the mounting brackets, and then this just snaps in like this, and then the screws go in to just really lock it in place. There we go. So that is solid. The top opens up nicely. You can certainly put a lock on it, and it's got enough capacity that you put in all the tools you might need. It comes in John Deere green. It comes in International Harvester case red, but it doesn't come in orange that I could find, so I just got the Kubota orange and spray painted it, and I thought it turned out pretty well. So this is one of the ways to install and to have a really nice, good-sized toolbox on your tractor, and it doesn't interfere with anything. Doesn't interfere with the hydraulics, doesn't interfere with the three-point, doesn't interfere with the PTO. So you've got and it doesn't interfere with the grease fittings. You can still see those clearly, so this is pretty good. Here's the windshield wiper solvent for the front and rear windshield wipers. I just relocated it a little bit more to the side to fit this all in, and it's worked out really well. I hope this is helpful. It seems to be the best location for a good-sized toolbox on a tractor such as this. So I'd just like to share with you the things that I put in my toolbox, and you might find that helpful. First thing I do is I put in a shop towel. So to keep the banging down. That doesn't quite fill it, so I'll put a second one on this side. Then the heaviest thing I have are these two adjustable wrenches. This is a 15-inch Craftsman adjustable wrench, which can handle most bolt sizes, and then this is a 12-inch one. I also have a complete screwdriver and bit set, which is very helpful and can usually take care of most things that need a screwdriver or a Torx bit or something like that. This type of an adjustable wrench I think is also very helpful. And where would we be without a hammer? So a good hammer is a good idea for stubborn things. I have a set of metric and English hex Allen wrenches, which I actually use frequently. And I have this puller because sometimes the clevis pins are really stuck, and this is great to just pull those out when you're attaching implements. I have a box cutter and a tape measure, because sometimes you'll find something that you want to address later, and measuring it is a really good idea. In addition, I have a basic set of metric wrenches because all Kubota parts are metric. I have a plier, a side cutter, a needle nose plier, and then a chainsaw wrench, because many times I'll take the chainsaw with me. This is great if you need to adjust the chain tension or other things. A chainsaw wrench is really helpful. So all this goes easily into this box with actually a lot of room to spare. So consider this as a reasonable option when installing a toolbox on a Kubota or other type of tractor.